All right, so this is the unscheduled part 2. Somehow the video just decided to freeze on me right when I was finishing talking about this armrest being there. So we're going to continue on. I'm going to do the dash here, then I'll finish the cab area. All right, here we go. Got the key fob, which folds in on itself like that. And then you have locks for the front and unlock. And then this one here, I think you have to do it 2 or 3 times. It unlocks everything. So everything's good. We're going to start the vehicle. Air's already starting nice and cold. Just go through some of the basics. Door unlock, hazard. This is the steering something or other. You don't really have any reason to ever turn that off except maybe in the snow. Electronic steering control, that's what it is. Fog lights, I believe. Oh, or maybe this is just dimming your internal lights. Not 100% sure. Okay, battery boost button, that's super cool. If you ever have a dead house battery, you can push this button and it connects the engine battery with the house batteries. Then it'll give you time to start your generator. Somebody will have to hold this button while the generator button's starting, and then you get to start getting the vehicle charged back up. Vice versa, if your engine battery happens to die, which is not as common, but you could use the power in the house batteries to get the engine jump started. Right, so we have a door ajar, which is probably the back one. I don't think I closed it all the way. Yep, but anyway, let's move on to the radio. This has got navigation, okay? And that's not on all of these radios. There's the other version, like I mentioned, I don't think that one has navigation. It's missing that button, so you've got your map. It's a TomTom system. Pretty normal stuff there. You've got your media. I guess it's already got the XM radio module. Sometimes it's XM radio ready, but it doesn't have the module, which is another $400 or $500, and that needs to be installed. But this has got everything, so all you need to do is activate the channel by calling them, and they'll ask for that code or whatever it is. You can access your, let's see, phone. There's of course Bluetooth and all that, so there's even a DVD or a CD slot there if you happen to still use those. All right, so you can activate your backup camera by putting it into reverse. So you can literally see straight down the back of your vehicle. So if you're backing into something, you'll be able to see how close you're getting to things. And it's kind of a wide angle lens, so you do have a pretty good view behind you. I'm not sure how clear that is while we're doing the video, but anyway. The air controller, heat, all the normal AC controls. There's the tow haul button. If you're towing, they'll put you in a little bit different gear ratio. There are some steering wheel controls for hands-free calling and whatnot. That's about it. This might change the volume on the radio. I think it does. Let's see. Nope. Oh, it changes something though. It's changing the stations that aren't programmed on that. So, oh, the volume control is over on this side. I'm gonna have to go up there. All right, let's keep going. You've got some typical visor situation, lights and whatnot, reading lights. Kind of cool little thing I'll point out, when you have your air conditioning on, this compartment becomes cool. There's the duct must run alongside there, and it was actually told to me by a customer that they would put snacks and drinks, whatever they didn't want to get warm and they weren't ready for yet, they could put their stuff in this compartment, and it wouldn't, you know, it's not refrigerating it, but it would definitely keep things from melting or getting warm in the car. Thought that was kind of a cool little tip. This is just like a clipboard if you wanted to put a note or a map up there. There's plenty of drink holders. There's one there. There's 3 up in front, another one here, and then another one on this side. So we've got plenty of places to put stuff. USB, 12 volts also up front. There's a glove box. There's a little storage compartment, actually pretty good sized storage compartment here. So right now they've got their 30 amp cord in there and a couple other tools, but that's kind of a neat little spot. This goes in the back of here. Probably needs to be properly snapped on. I'm going to leave it to the side so the service can see to do that. There's your convection microwave. These are great. I had the same exact one in my house when I was remodeling. We borrowed one from a motorhome so we could have it sitting on a chair and have a place to cook while we were doing our kitchen a couple years ago. And we used this exact same one. So there's storage compartments here. I like you, when you look in the drawers, there's not a lot of, that's the shower curtain there. Not a lot of blemishes or stuff, you know, not a lot of stains, and which is kind of typical sometimes. People are a little dirty with their food in their kitchen. So I did notice a small scratch on the front of the refrigerator, but that's really not too big of a deal to me anyway. The refrigerator has got a little freezer up on top. And it does go back pretty good. I mean, it's not terrible. And then you've got your sink situation. That flips up. That's basically is something that Winnebago gave you, and I don't remember, I guess this is basically a cutting board that also fits in here. To me, it's kind of a, I don't know, I guess it could work as a cutting board, but it does fit in there. And you've got your 2-burner stove. Part of what they do when they go to service, they're going to be taking this whole thing apart and checking the connections and the sparking, make sure it's all working properly. Splash guard. You've always got some sort of metallic or different kind of blind instead of these plasticky ones over the kitchen for safety. There's your compartment up on top. There's the table legs in there, all the window coverings. There's window coverings should be for all the windows and the back windows. These two have what's called MCD blinds. It's the brand of blind. You can see the MCD there. I noticed this one either needs to be re-rolled up, or there's a way to do that by some kind of thing up there. You have to turn on one side or the other. I'm not going to attempt to do it right now, but if it's for some reason not working and they can't fix this, they will replace this, even if they have to send it out to you. That's part of us trying to make sure all the major components are functioning properly. So here's your bedding. There's where your table legs go. I'll show you how this sits. So you see how this is offset to the front? So that sits right here. And so when this is up, the table sits off over this side. So when you're sitting over here, not only can you squeeze by this area when the table's up, but it's a really good sized table actually for having dinner or whatever. It's also extremely lightweight. This is one of the bars. These actually slide down inside of this area. I'll try to show you one of them right here. And they sit across there, and then this rests on there if it's done properly, and allows you to kind of fill in this bed space a little bit more. I guess people will fill it. It'll be like from here to here. It's really not the greatest thing in the world as far as how it works, but that's what they provide for it, and it does allow you to have a little bit more, I guess, feeling like you're sleeping in the same bed if you want that. This is another thing that's kind of cool. This lifts up to different levels. You kind of have your elevated head area, and this all, yeah, so that's both sides. Yep, over here, sorry. Do it. So that's kind of nice if you're sitting up in bed or whatever. This is a little reading light that's probably bright enough to maybe read a book at night. I'm not sure it does. That's what it's intended, to not wake up your partner. A couple USBs. So all these storage compartments along the side there, there's 4 of them on this side and 2 on the other. And they go all the way down. I think they connect, or no. I guess no, there's a wall between the 2. So you've got a fantastic Addict fan, or Max Air brand Addict fan. Having that on without your air conditioner actually can cool your coach several degrees, helps push all that heat out. So if you're not in a position to use your generator and you're not plugged in, you'll have a decent amount of airflow, and they're quite powerful. And this size here, I think, is designed to manage 1,500 square foot of garage space or something, but it's obviously in a teeny tiny van, so it does a good job. This table, it slides right in here. It sits right behind that ledge, smack against this, and then this latch comes down to hold it in place. Under here you do have some storage, like I said. So that's a decent size area to put stuff. I think there's another spot over here. Get that down. Maybe not. There used to be a spot over there, but there's not anymore. It was a real shallow tub, but it was like in that corner. I guess it's not there. They've got other stuff they put there instead. This is just an access panel here. I wanted to show you that that's a place to get to your water pump, which is on the right, on the silvery thing right here, and then also your coach filtration for your water filter. So you have two easy spots to get to. This is the back of where the sewer hose backs into from the outside. So, all right, so the TV does come apart or come away from its spot and can be moved around, so you can watch it from the front or kind of any position from here to possibly even outside a little bit, but I guess now with the door open you can see it clearly. When this slider's open, you'll be able to see if you're sitting outside. You got a Bluetooth, AM, FM, and DVD player up here that connects right to the television. There's remote controls there. Extra coax, I don't know why, but there's the shelving system. More of the storage to show you that. So this is one of the blinds there. So over here, this is your solar controller showing you how the solar is charging at 14.2 volts. That's totally normal. Amps, 2.6 amps. Just have different readings. This really there's nothing to do except see how it's charging. This is your generator start, stop. Tank levels. See, black tank is E for empty, gray is empty. Propane's at 3/4. Freshwater tank is at 2/3 to 1/3. It's flipping back and forth. Battery levels, all good. This is your Truma hot water heater, tankless water heater. Those are real easy to go through. There's different graphics, real easy to follow and learn. Tank heaters, if you're in cold climates, which you may be up in Oregon, this will help you from keeping your tanks from freezing. Lighting,